Hello, this is Trump with Trump Tells the Truth. How did we end up with two presidential candidates who are not very bright in their head? Two presidential candidates who needs fucking special help. How did we end up in a generation of young people who don't want young people to represent them? They don't vote, so who gives a flying fuck? In the beginning of the 90s, I had some hope. I had some hope that the new generation would take over, because the 68ers were very progressive in their thoughts and ideas and so on. But when they did come to power, what happened? Yeah, conservatism again. Bill Clinton and Joe Biden then was conservative fucking shitheads. Only thing, we end up being as enthusiastic about a candidate to just, who is the less worst candidate? Because when Al Gore was coming to be a president candidate, I was not aroused. I'm just like, oh shit, this guy really gonna knock our stocks off. No, he was a fucking conservative with a soft touch. Yeah, if you don't believe me, look what fucking hearings he did in the 80s with his fucking bullshit wife Tipper Gore. Now we have a presidential collection again. Two fucking conservative candidates and two fucking too old, so they should be retired. This is getting fucking embarrassing. Some of the politicians are so fucking old that they don't even know what fucking internet is. Maybe they still use pen and paper when they sit in Congress. It's fucking embarrassing. There are some young conservatives, they just look like they've been fucking their grandmothers. Not very impressive whatsoever. But this is young people's fault, And we're all up in another election where we have to vote for the lesser shit. Well, drown in shit or swim in piss. Well, for Europe's sake, I hope swim in piss. Because if Trump will be president, you have fascism, and we will have fascism with Russia fucking going in our borders. Yeah. Well, I hope you really like that. You study seminar fucking idiots in the United States. Hope you like it, because that is a fucking result. But how did it end up? Were there no young people during the way who had fantastic ideas? Bernie Sanders, even him, he was more fucking progressive than the fucking young people who should be progressive. You would rather have him than normal fucking young people in your age to represent you. It's fucking embarrassing. It's going to keep on being fucking embarrassing to the fact that you end up with so much shit that you cannot take tens of years and maybe your grandchildren maybe can solve it. You have created a corporate America. Corporations are now the new fucking state. The state is dead, democracy is dead, and you end up with two fucking retarded fucking candidates. I hope you're fucking happy. This is not a happy message, so maybe you learn something. You probably don't, because I've been speaking about the same terms for 8 years in this podcast. This was Trump with Trump Tells the Truth.